So now I'll go through and actually create a new package. And I'll use this new package to add my controllers. So I'll call this package .controller. Okay, there's my new package. So in step 2, I'm actually going to develop a Spring MVC controller, and I'll place it in this package. So the name of this controller, I'll call it Demo Controller. Alright, I'll expand the window here. So this is my demo controller. I'll write some quick comments to myself. So basically we'll just create a mapping for /hello. So up top I'll give the annotation for @controller. And then I'll set up a get mapping at the bottom here for /hello. I'll create a method here called sayHello that takes a model. And I'll simply add an attribute to the model. The name of the attribute is the date, and I'll pass in a new Java date instance. And then finally, I simply return hello world. And remember, since we have the Thymeleaf dependency in the Maven POM file, Spring Boot will auto-configure to use Thymeleaf. So when we return hello world, it's going to look in source main resources /templates for a hello world.html. Okay, so that's taken care of. So in step 3, we're going to create a Thymeleaf template. And be sure to create it in the templates directory. So the name of this file, we'll call it hello world.html. I'll expand this window. And I'll start out by just creating a very basic HTML file. I'll set up a very basic head with a title. And now I'll create this paragraph tag, and I'll make use of Thymeleaf expression, th:\text, to actually output some text. I'll say time on the server is, and I make use of the plus to do concatenation. And then I reference the date, and that's the date that we pull from the model. And remember, in the controller, we added data to the attribute. So the Thymeleaf template can actually access the date from that Spring MVC model. And then based on this information, that's how we get the generated output for this page. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this application. The app is up and running. Let's go ahead and swing over to our web browser. And we'll go to localhost 8080/hello. And all right, good job. So we get our desired output. So time on the server is, and they simply plug in that information. All right, so remember, we get this by making use of the Thymeleaf expressions based on data that's placed in the model. And we can actually view the page source just to see what the generated page looks like. So there's our normal HTML, our body, the paragraph, and then notice how all this information has been generated dynamically by making use of Thymeleaf. So this is pretty cool. I like it. Alrighty, so that was a nice little example of building a Spring Boot application that makes use of Thymeleaf